Let's talk about the year 2030. What if I told you that the job you have right now might not even exist by then? It's a pretty wild thought, but it's a future we really need to start preparing for. And it's all thanks to the incredible speed of artificial intelligence. So today, we're going to break down what the AI job market could look like in 2030, and more importantly, what it means for you.
And right away, you can see the huge conflict at the heart of AI's future. On one hand, you've got this incredible 66% boost in productivity. I mean, that's an absolute game changer for businesses. But then, you look at the other side, and you see this sobering reality. An estimated 300 million full-time jobs are potentially on the line. This is the definition of creative destruction, and we're living right in the middle of it.
So yeah, that really brings us to our first big idea. AI is a total double-edged sword. It's this powerful force for creation and, at the exact same time, a massive force for disruption. So let's dive into that, the promise and the peril of this new world. Okay, first, let's talk about the promise. According to McKinsey, AI could add a mind-blowing $13 trillion to the global economy by 2030. Let that sink in for a second. That's not just growth, that is a full-blown economic revolution on a scale we have almost never seen before. But here's the flip side of that coin. Goldman Sachs reports that this massive economic boom could come with a really steep price. 300 million full-time jobs are facing the real threat of automation. And that's not just a statistic, That represents a massive, seismic shift for the entire global workforce. And that's the great paradox, isn't it? The very thing that makes AI so powerful, its ability to just chew through routine tasks and send efficiency through the roof, is the exact same thing that puts so many jobs at risk. It's an engine for both incredible growth and incredible displacement all at once. Okay, so what does this actually mean for specific jobs, for people on the ground? Let's get into the nitty-gritty of this great job reshuffle and see who's likely to come out on top and who might be at risk of getting left behind in this new AI-driven economy. And we have some pretty solid data on this. The World Economic Forum has actually mapped out what this change is going to look like. And their predictions for the next several years, well, they show a truly dramatic shift in the kinds of skills and roles that are going to be in high demand. And this table just lays it out plain and simple. On the left and the red, you've got the winners, the high-growth roles. We're talking data and AI experts, software developers, cybersecurity analysts, roles that demand tech skills, creativity, and critical thinking. Then on the right, you have the jobs that are shrinking: bank tellers, data entry clerks, admin assistants. See the pattern? It's all about roles that involve repetitive, predictable tasks. The message here is crystal clear. The future is about skills that work with AI, not skills that compete against it. But hold on, because this is where the story takes a really surprising, counterintuitive turn. You see, unlike past revolutions that mostly hit manual labor, this one is different. It's actually challenging one of our most basic beliefs about what makes a job secure. Now this is the statistic that should make everybody just stop and pay attention. The Brookings Institution found that workers with a bachelor's degree are 5 times more exposed to AI disruption than workers with just a high school diploma. I'll say that again, 5 times. So is that college degree still the golden ticket we always thought it was? This data suggests we really need to rethink that whole idea. And this chart just hammers the point home. Look at how stark that difference is. This isn't some small margin of error, it is a massive gap. What this is telling us is that a lot of those high-paying, white-collar jobs are directly in the crosshairs of this new wave of technology. So why? Why is this happening? It's actually pretty simple. This isn't the Industrial Revolution, where machines came to replace our muscles. This is the cognitive revolution, where AI is starting to take on tasks that, until now, required a human brain. I mean, think about it. AI can write articles, it can analyze incredibly complex data, it can even draft legal documents. This completely changes the game for what we consider a skilled worker. So, with all this disruption looming on the horizon, what's the path forward? What do we do? The choice is actually pretty simple, but it's also profound. We either adapt or we risk becoming obsolete. Now look, it's easy to feel a little anxious about this, I get it. But history gives us some perspective here. We've been through this before, right? The Industrial Revolution, the Computer Revolution, they were both met with a lot of fear and uncertainty. But in the end, they created periods of unbelievable innovation and, yes, created tons of new jobs. The AI revolution is just the next chapter in that story. The question for all of us is, how do we write ourselves into this new chapter? So how do we adapt? Well, it really boils down to 2 key things.
First, there's reskilling. This is about learning something completely new so you can pivot your career. Think of a truck driver learning to operate logistics drones, or a graphic designer learning to design for AI interfaces. Then there's upskilling. This is about making your current job future-proof. So, imagine an accountant learning how to use AI-powered tools to find insights in financial data. It's all about learning to work with AI, not getting replaced by it.
And that really leaves us with the ultimate question as we look towards 2030. Is this going to be a decade of personal transformation where we all embrace new skills and find new ways to work? Or will it be a decade of obsolescence for those who stand still? The future isn't set. The choice really is up to us.